What is new? Dynamic memory allocation operator. What it will do? It allocates the memory to variable. Which variable? What is this? What this constructor will do? Constructs the object. So object is created right side or left side? Right side object created. This, what is D here? Object reference. What it contains? Hash code. Okay. Now, by using object, we can access. By using an object reference also, we can access. Now, see here. Here, system dot out dot println new demo dot x. If I write. Now, what will happen? See here, new. It is a dynamic memory allocation operator. It allocates a memory to instance variable. At the same time, constructor constructs the object. With this object, we are printing x value. Then we are getting 10. Demo d equal to new demo. System dot out dot println d dot x. Okay. Here object created, with that object x printed. Here object created, that object referred by d, with the d x printed. Okay, with the d x printed. Now here object created, with that object x value printed. Here object created, that object referred by d, with the d x printed. Now file save. Java C demo.java. Java demo. Okay, like this. Suppose here new constructor object created x. So by using an object. Okay. Second one, by using object reference. Here object created, with that x printed. That is by using object. Here object created, that object referred by d, with that object reference x printed. So d dot x, object reference dot x, like this printed. Now here two ways to access, like this accessed. I'll ask question, give me answer. In this program, how many objects are there? How many? Two objects. How many references are there? One. What is the reference name? D. How many copies of x created? Two copies. Two copies created. Okay. Now, carefully listen. I'll ask one question. Give me answer. Think yourself and give answer. Stack area. Heap area. Okay. Now, demo class loaded. Open brace executed. Here we don't have class variables. We don't have static blocks. Next, main method. So execution priority. First demo class loaded, open brace executed, then it will search for class variables. We don't have class variables. Then it will search for static blocks. We don't have static blocks. Then it will search for main method. We have main method. This is, it is called open brace executed. System.out.println new. It's a dynamic memory allocation operator, allocates the memory to instance variable x. 10. Constructor constructs the object. Constructs the object. With this object, x printed. Okay. Next, again new, allocates the memory to instance variable x. Here, constructor constructs the object. Now that object referred by d, D is instance variable or class variable or local variable? Local variable, because inside a method. So creating object outside also possible. You'll see further. Now this D is a local variable stored in stack area like this. Now in this program, how many objects are there? Two objects are there. How many references are there? One reference is there. How many copies of X is there? Two copies of X is there. This type of object is called, here object reference is not there. This type of object is called anonymous object. We can also call unreferenced object. Okay. Now my question, carefully listen and give me answer. This X, I want to print once again. What we have to write? This X, I want to print once again. What we have to write? System dot out dot println new demo dot X. Is it right? Is it right? This X, I want to access one more time. Is it right or wrong? Wrong. How many people answer wrong? Okay. Online students. How many people answer right? Okay. But still some more students not given answer. Think yourself and give me answer. Your answer can be right or wrong, whatever it may be. Those who given wrong, why it is wrong? Here one more object created, not this X. If you write like this, what will happen? See, if you write like this, if you write system dot out dot println new demo dot X, if I write one more X created in the one more X created in the heap area, in that 10 will be there, that X printed. But this X one more time not possible to access. Okay. So if you write system dot out dot println new demo dot X, new demo means one more object created. That X comes. My question, this X asked. So that is wrong. You cannot access this object one more time. Now, this X I want to print once again. Is it possible? Yes. What you can do? D dot X you can write. So D dot X, n number of times you can call. But this X we cannot access one more time. So if you create anonymous object, then one more time it is not possible to access. So this X we cannot access second time. This X n number of times you can access. Now, suppose only one time I want to access. Only one time I want to access. Like this also possible. Like this also possible. More than one time I want to access. Only object reference. Okay. Now, one time if you want to access, this is the best way. You can save reference memory. More than one time if you want to access, there is no other option. Compulsory object reference. Okay. So if the application requires to access only one time, use object. If the application requires more than one time to access, then use object reference. Like that you have to select. Okay. That notes I'll give. First you write this diagram. Write this diagram. Complete code also. Code also, diagram also. Complete write it. Program also write it. Diagram also write it. So there are two ways to access an instance variable. First one by using an object, second one by using an object reference. If the application requires to access only one time, object. If the application requires to access more than one time, object reference. Like that, we have to select. Is it over? See. This object is called anonymous object. We can also call unreferenced object. Okay. Object is called anonymous object. We can also call unreferenced object. But this object referred by reference, that is D. It is referenced. It is unreferenced. Is it over? No done. Use an object to access an instance variable if it is required only one time. Use an object to access an instance variable if it is required only one time. Use an object reference to access an instance variable if it is required more than one time. Use an object to access an instance variable if it is required only one time. Use an object reference to access an instance variable if it is required more than one time. One time required object, more than one time required object reference. Okay, one time required use object, more than one time required object reference. Like that, you have to select. Is it over? Now, next, class variable. There are four ways to access class variable. There are four ways to access class variable. First one, directly. Second one, by using class name. Third one, by using an object. Fourth one, by using an object reference. There are four ways to access class variable. There are four ways to access class variable. First one, directly. Second one, by using class name. Third one, by using an object. Fourth one, by using an object reference. There are four ways to access class variable. So class variable nothing but static variable. Instance variable nothing but non-static variable. Static, non-static. There are four ways to access class variable. First one, directly, without anything, directly you can access. Second one, by using class name. Third one, by using an object. Fourth one, by using an object reference. Four ways to access. See, is it over? Here, this is which variable? Instance variable. If I write static, it is called class variable. So if I remove static, instance variable. If I write static, class variable. If I remove static, 2 ways to access. If I add static, 4 ways to access. See, system.out.println x, it is called directly. So first one, directly nothing but x. Second one, by using class name. See, system.out.println demo.x, by using class name. Third one, by using an object. By using an object, already you studied. What we have tried? New demo.x. Fourth one, object reference. D equal to new demo. Next, out.println d.x. Okay. See, file save. Now, demo class loaded, open brace executed, class variable memory allocated, main method called, x directly printed by using class name, by using object, by using object reference. 4 ways. File save. Compilation, execution. 4 times. Now, in 4 ways, which way better appears? Directly. Next, class name. Next, object. Next, same order best appears. Okay, same order. But this way not recommended. Reason, your object created. Actually, it doesn't require object, but you are creating object. Then object memory wasted. It doesn't require object, but you are creating object. Then object memory wasted. If you write like this, object wasted, object reference wasted. That's what. Third way, fourth way, not recommended, but valid. Not valid means error. Not recommended means not error. Not recommended also valid. Okay. Just note on this point. Third and fourth ways are not recommended to use. Third and fourth ways are not recommended to use. Third and fourth ways are not recommended to use. Third way, fourth way, not recommended to use. Okay. By using object reference, not recommended. Actually, class variable is there, object is not required. Class variable is there, object is not required. But we are creating object. Then memory wasted. That's what not recommended. But when we have to use directly, when we have to use class name, I'll explain. First, write this example. Write this example. Here, how many copies of X created? My question, carefully listen. How many copies of X created? 1, 2, 4. 3 answers came. How many copies of X created? 3 also selected. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many people answer 1? Just raise your hand. Okay, online students. How many people answer 2? Okay. Online students. How many people answer 3? Okay. How many people answer 4? No. Okay. 1 selected, 2 selected, 3 selected, 4 selected. 5 also is there? No, 5 not there. Okay. On what basis you selected? Those who selected 4. On what basis you selected 4? 4 times we are printing. That's what? 4. On what basis you selected 4? 4 times we are printing. That's what you selected 4. Okay. Those who selected 3, what basis you selected 3? 2 object is there, 1 class is there. That's what 3 you selected. Okay. On what basis you selected 2? 2 objects are there. Okay. Those who selected 1, those who selected 1, what basis you selected 1? Class variable memory allocated whenever class is loaded. Class variable memory allocated whenever class is loaded. Okay. Irrespective number of objects. How many copies? 1 copy. So answer is 1. 1 is the right answer. That already you studied yesterday. Yesterday you studied, no? Here, this is which variable? Instance variable or class variable or local variable? Class variable. When memory allocated? Whenever class is loaded. How many times class will be loaded? 1 time. Then how many copies created? 1 copy. 1 copy of X. You create n number of objects. You create n number of objects. How many copies? 1 copy. 1 copy created. That is yesterday you studied, not today class concept. Separate copy of instance variable exists for every object. Only 1 copy of class variable exists for all objects. These 2 points are given. Separate copy of instance variable exists for every object. Only 1 copy of class variable exists for all objects. You create n number of objects. Memory allocated only 1 time for class variable. That copy can be accessed by any object also. Okay. So 1 copy created. 1 copy. Now, demo class loaded. Open brace executed. Class variable memory allocated. That's it. Only 1 time. After that, static blocks. We don't have static blocks. After that, main method. Now, whatever is already allocated, no, that is printed. Whatever is already allocated, no, that is only printed. But accessing different ways. Accessing one more way. Now, here, new demo, object created. Memory not allocated to X. Because X is class variable. Whenever object is created, which variable memory allocated? Instance variable. Any instance variable is there? No. So, already memory allocated, no? That X we are calling with object. Here, object reference. Already memory allocated, no? That X we are calling with object reference. This is memory allocated whenever class is loaded. Class will be loaded only 1 time, very first time. At the time only allocated. That one you can access in 4 different ways. But only 1 copy. That is remember. Okay. Now, 3rd and 4th way is not recommended. Okay, I'll remove these 2. These 2 not recommended. I'll remove. Okay. Suppose here Class name test. One more class. Can I write one more class in a same program? You already studied. Declaration rules to a source file. Nothing but .java file. Study no? Remembered or forgot? 4 rules are there. Now what are the rules? Okay. Next. Okay. Next. 4 rules are there. Okay. Next. Okay. See, you observe 2-3 members also not giving answer. Now you observe how many types of variables are there? What are those? How many categories of data types are there? What are those? These questions repeatedly asked. No? That's what remembered. That's what remembered. But that question repeatedly I didn't ask. That's what you forgot. This is only proof. Okay. That's what whenever concept comes, I'm repeating. Then only you'll remember. Otherwise, you'll forget subject. Declaration rules to a source file. A source file can have only one public class. You studied, no? In a one program, how many public classes we can write? Only one. How many non-public class we can write? Any number of. Public class is there, file name, public class name must be same. Public class is not there. Any name, no restriction. These are rules are there. Okay. Now, is there any public class? No. Now, test is non-public class. Demo is non-public class. Can I write 2 classes? Yes, we can write. Test is non-public class. Demo is non-public class. You can write n number of classes non-public. You can write. Valid. Public class is there. File name, public class name must be same. Okay. Suppose here also one static variable I'll write. Static integer y equal to 20. Okay. Now you observe class name test, class name demo, but file name sample. Is it valid or not valid? Valid? Sure. There is no public class. That's what? Valid. Public class is there. Class name, public class name, file name must be same. Now, file name sample.java. Is it valid or not valid? Valid. If it is sample.java, how to compile this program? Java C sample.java. Then how many dot class file generated? 2 dot class file generated. What are those? What are generated? Test.class, demo.class. Okay. Now, how to execute? Java demo or test? Demo. Java demo. Why demo? Main method. Main method. This is you already studied. Okay. In your program, only one public class we can write. In a program, one public class we can write. Non-public classes, n number of we can write. Test is non-public. Demo is non-public. If public class is there, file name, public class name must be same. Public class is not there, file name, whatever you want, you can write. Suppose I written sample.java. Then we have to compile sample.java. Then dot class file is generated for test also, demo also. Whichever class file contains main method, that class we have to use to run. Like this we have to run. So if the file name is sample.java, you have to compile java c sample.java. Then 2 dot class file generated. Test.class, demo.class. Okay. Java demo, you have to execute. Then main method class, whichever class contains main method, that is you can run. Java demo. Suppose if I write Java test, error comes. If I write Java test, error comes. Because there is no main method in test class. Okay. Suppose if I write Java demo, main method is there, it is called. Suppose if I write Java sample, error comes because there is no sample.class. Okay. Now, suppose this file name demo.java, is it valid or not valid? Valid. Then how to compile? Java C demo.java. Then how many dot class file generated? Two dot class file. What are those? Test and demo. Then how to run? That's what I'm writing like this without confusion. Now, class name demo, file name demo, like this I'm writing without confusion. But you can write any other name also. Okay. Now, file save. Here, you observe system.out.println. Now, y is which type of variable? Class variable. How many ways to access? 4 ways. What are those? Directly, class name, object, object reference. How many ways not recommended? 2 ways. What are those? When we can use now directly. 2 more ways directly. Directly I'm writing. One more by using class name. What is the class name? Tester.y. Now, if I run this program, what will happen? Just you observe. Here, when this line is executed, X, it will search for X in the same class. It is search for X in the same class. Same class, X is there, printed. If you write demo.x, it will search for X in demo class. In demo class, X is there, printed. Y, it will search for Y in the same class. Y is there. This line is error. We cannot use directly if it is in another class. If you write test.y, then it will search for Y in test class. See, in these 4, one line error. File save. Compilation, one line error comes. See, demo.java, line number 12, error. Cannot find symbol. Symbol means this one. Symbol place Y, variable Y, not available in demo class. Y is not available in demo class. So it's an error. This line is error. So what I'll do is just 2 forward slashes I'll write. It is nothing but comment. This line ignored by the compiler. See, now this is ignored. It is printed. It is printed. It is printed. File save. Compilation, success, execution, success, printed. So when we have to use directly in same class, when we have to use class name, another class, different class, like that you have to select. Okay. Just write that point. Access class variable directly if it is present in the same class. Access class variable directly if it is present in the same class. Access class variable directly if it is present in the same class. Access class variable directly if it is present in the same class. Use class name to access class variable if it is present in another class. Use class name to access class variable if it is present in another class. Access class variable directly if it is present in the same class. Use class name to access class variable if it is present in another class. Okay, these 2 lines write it. If the variable is present in the same class, access directly. If the variable is present in another class, use class name. Like that, you have to select. Okay. Is it completed? Write this example. Write this example. Complete program, write it. So this line error. That's what I written comment. If that line also is there, program will not compile. 2 / if you write that line treated as comment. Comments are ignored by the compiler. While compiling, that line is ignored. That's what remaining output comes. But that line also is there, remaining output also will not come. That is the reason slash. It is called comment. If I remove these 2 slashes, what will happen? Error comes. Remaining output also you cannot see. That is the reason 2 comments, 2 / if you write, it will be considered as comment. That line ignored by the compiler. While compiling, that line is not compiled. That's what remaining output comes. Is it over? Say, there are 2 types of comments. Note down. Comments. Comments are used to describe program, class, method, dash dash, etc. Comments are used to describe program, method, class, dash dash, etc. Comments are ignored by the compiler. There are 2 types of comments. First one, single line comment. Syntax, 2 /. Comments are used to describe program, class, method, whatever you want, you can write. There are 2 types of comments. First one, single line comment. Second one, multiple lines comment. Syntax, /*. You can write n number of lines. // star forward slash. Single line comment, multiple lines comment. Single line comment syntax, multiple lines comment syntax. Only one line is there, you can write two forward slashes. Okay. More than one line is there, starting point forward slash star, ending point star forward slash. Like this you can write. Is it over? So how many ways are there to access instance variable? Two ways. What are those? Object reference. When we have to use object? Only one time. When we have to use object reference? More than one time. How many ways are there to access class variable? Four ways. What are those? Directly, class name, object, object reference. How many ways not recommended? Two ways. What are those? Object reference. When we have to use directly? If it is present in the same class. When we have to use class name? If it is present in another class. Like that you have to select. Okay. Comments two types, single line, multiple lines. Okay. Say single line comment like this. Suppose these two lines, if you want to make it as comment, then you have to write like this, two lines. But one more, this one you can also write like this also. But in every line, two forward slashes. Instead of that, n number of lines. Suppose total program, you can make it a comment also. See, slash star, star slash. Complete program comment only. Now it is ignored by the compiler if I compile. No error, no output. If I do like this, if I run, okay, error will not be displayed, output will not be displayed. Nothing. Say, if you want to describe, you can describe your program also with comment. See, like this. Program to demonstrate class variable. Like this, you can describe. Okay, this type comments we can write. So here, this is a class variable. This is a class variable. Understanding purpose, you can write. So this is a class variable. Like this, you can write. So it is a main method. Like this, whatever you want, you can describe your own words. That is comment. Okay. Now, instance variable completed, class variable completed, local variable. Next. Note, there is a only one way to access local variable. That is directly. There is a only one way to access local variable. That is directly. There is a only one way to access local variable. That is directly. There is a only one way to access local variable. That is directly. Say, what is local variable? Inside a method, integer x equal to 10, system.out.println x. It is only one way. File, save, compilation, execution. Write this one. Example. There is only one way to access local variable, that is directly. Now, one code snippet I'll give. Answer you think yourself, whatever you studied, with that knowledge, give answer. Think yourself, you think. Okay. Is it over? Static integer x equal to 10. Integer x equal to 20. System dot out dot println x. What will be the output? Your answer can be right or wrong. Think and give answer. 10, 20. Think. 20. Next. 10. Confusion question, no? Confusion question only, interview questions. Any other answer? Error. Okay. 10, 20, error. 3 answers. How many people answer 10? Okay. Online students. How many people answer 20? Okay. How many people answer error? Only one person. 2 members. Here also 2. See, on what basis you selected one time 10? Demo class loaded, open brace executed, this variable memory allocated. That is execution priority for that allocated. But that is only print rule is not there, no? So it is executed first, that is okay. But that is only print first, like that priority not there. Suppose, okay, here X, suppose 10 printed, assume. Those who given 10, 10 printed, then how to print 20? Those who given 10, suppose this answer is 10, this answer is 10, then how to print 20? Suppose those who given 20, then how to print 10? Demo.x, with them one answer is there. Okay. So in this situation, if you want to access class variable, class name required. I given already point, if the class variable is present in the same class, you can access directly, I said. But in this situation, not possible. In this situation, again, you have to use class name. So it is 20 printed, 20. Compilation, execution. See, 20. For printing 10, system.out.println demo.x. Now, for accessing this one, how many ways are there? One way. There is no alternate choice. There is only one way. That's what it is printed. For this one, alternatives are there. No? How many ways to access? Different ways you can use in this situation. So, if the variable is present in the same class, we can access directly, I said. But in this situation, not possible. Whenever class variable and local variable names are same, if you want to access class variable, compulsory class name required in this situation. Write this point. In this first program, write it. First, write the program. Write the program. I'll give a description. For accessing local variable, there is no alternative choice. Only one way. That's what directly. That is printed. For printing class variable, 4 ways are there. Another alternative way we can use. Is it completed? Now, note use class name to access class variable whenever both class variable name, class variable and local variable names are same. Use class name to access class variable whenever both class variable and local variable names are same. Use class name to access class variable whenever both class variable and local variable names are same. Local variable name, class variable name, if it is same. If you want to access class variable, in that situation, compulsory you have to use class name. Okay. Variable names are different, then you can write directly also. Okay. Now, in this case, directly not possible. So, two situations. The variable is same, local variable, class variable same, you have to use class name. If the variable is present in another class, you have to use class name. Two situations. Okay. This is already given. Use class name to access class variable if it is present in another class. But again, I am giving use class name to access class variable whenever both class variable and local variable names are same. Okay, two situations you have to use class name. Now, one more code snippet I'll give. Think yourself and give answer. Integer x equal to 10. Static integer y equal to 20. Demo d1 equal to new demo. Demo d2 equal to new demo. d1 dot x equal to d1 dot x plus 3. d1 dot y equal to d1 dot y plus 3. System dot out dot println d1 dot x. System dot out dot println d1 dot y. System dot out dot println d2 dot x. System dot out dot println d2 dot y. Now, think yourself and give answer. What will be the output? Thirteen, 23, 10, 20. 13, 23, 10, 20. 23. Any other? Two answers came. 13, 23, 10, 20. One answer. One more 13, 23, 10, 23. One more answer. Any other? Your answers can be right or wrong. Everyone should respond. 13, 23, 10, 20. 13, 23, 10, 20. Okay, okay. Any other answer? Thirteen, 23, 10, 20. One answer. 13, 23, 10, 23. One more answer. Any other answer? All people answer over. Any other answer other than these two? If other than these two is there, give me, I'll write. Only 4 system.out.println I given. How it will come like that? 2 only. Only 2 will come. I given system.out.println 4 times. No, 4 values comes. 4 values. Only 2. How it will come? How many people answer 13, 23, 10, 20? So majority 13, 23, 10, 20. Online students? So majority people answer 13, 23, 10, 20. How many people answer 13, 23, 10, 23? 1, 2. Only 2 members? 3. Only 3 members? Online students? 4, 5. See, you already studied yesterday, today, day before yesterday, these concepts you studied. Object-oriented programming started 2 days back, no? No. You see, first, demo class loaded, open brace executed, static int y equal to 20, memory allocated. Which memory block? Which memory block? Method area. See, it is method area. It is stack area. It is heap area. Okay. Now it is allocated first. Y. Y value 20. After this, static blocks. We don't have static blocks. After that, main method, open brace. Now, new. First new executed, no? New. It will allocate the memory to instance variable X in heap area. X 10. Constructor constructs the object. Okay. That object referred by D1. D1 is which type of variable? Local variable. Like this. Again new. Again allocates the memory to X. One more copy. 10. Constructor constructs the object. This object referred by D2. Year up to year. Up to year, any doubt is there? Clear now? In this program, how many objects are there? How many objects? 2 objects are there. Okay. How many references are there? 2 references are there. How many copies of X created? How many copies of X? 2 copies. How many copies of Y? 1. First, up to here, clear no? Instance variable. Separate copy of instance variable exists for every object. For this object, 1x. For this object, 1 more x. Only 1 copy of class variable exists for all objects. That y. For n number of objects, only 1 y. That is already studied. Okay. Now, d1 dot x equal to d1 dot x plus 3. Now, x is which type of variable? Can we access with object reference? Yes. So, d1 dot x equal to d1 dot x plus 3. It will become as 13. Okay. D1 dot y equal to d1 dot y plus 3. Y which type of variable? Class variable. Can I access with the object reference? Yes, but not recommended. But valid or not valid? Valid. D1 dot y equal to d1 dot y plus 3. This y become as 23. There is only one y for all objects. You already studied. Now, system dot out dot println d1 dot x. What is output? 13. D1 dot x 13. System dot out dot println d1 dot y 23. This is d1 dot y. Then d2 dot x 10. This is d2 dot x. So if I click, all will be drawn, vanished. Okay, I'll write here. Now d2 dot y. d2 dot y. 20 or 23? 23. Where is 20? 20 is not there. So majority wrong. No? 4 members given right answer. 4 members. That's what, don't depend on majority people answer. Already told. See, in the majority will raise the hand. That is no use. You observe? How many copies of X? 2 copies. 1 copy modified. 1 more copy not modified. That's what 13, 10. But how many copies of Y? 1. That is modified. That is affected on other object also. See, for all objects, 1 copy. That is, if you modify with 1 object, another object also effect will be there. See, for example, every student has 1 notebook. Every student has 1 notebook. For all students, 1 projector. Now, your book is like a instance variable. Projector like a class variable. Okay. Your book is like an instance variable. If you modify the value in your notebook, that is visible to you only. If I modify here, it is visible to all, no? Like that. Modified with D1. Affected on D2 also. D1. But affected on D2 also. See, majority given wrong answer. Listen. Listening is most important. See, observe. Object-oriented programming, first question, second question, that's it. Majority wrong. But later, so many are there. Like this. Just started. 2 days back started. First, second question only, majority wrong. Just I asked second question only, observe. Previously 1 question I asked, this second question. But like this, many are there further. You already studied, no? How many copies of instance variable created? Depends upon number of objects. How many copies of class variable created? 1. Irrespective number of objects. That's what. Here, 23. It is only 1 y. This is D1y also, this one only, D2y also, this one only. It is common to all objects. Like that. Write the program, write the diagram, write the output. Write the program, write the diagram, write the output. See, after this line, I'm writing at the top. For those who not visible, you see at the top. After this line, if it is not visible, you can see here. Here I'm writing system.out.println d2.x, system.out.println d2.y. After that, close brace, close brace. So those who not visible, I written top. Last two lines I written at the top. If not visible, you can write there. You can see there. While giving answer, don't depend on majority people answer. Don't depend on friend answer. Think yourself and give answer. It is better. Write the program, write the diagram, complete, write it. So output 13, 23, 10, 23. There are two x's. One x modified, one x not modified. That is the reason one is 10, one is 13. But y will be only 1. That's what modified. So with the diagram only you'll get a clarity. That's what write the diagram also. With the diagram only you'll get a clarity. There two x's are there. One x modified, one x not modified. But there is only one y. That is only affected on D2 also. You create n number of objects. That will be common to all objects. Only one copy of class variable exists for all objects. Only separate copy of instance variable exists for every object. If I create 100 objects, how many copies of instance variable created? 100. How many copies of class variable created? 1. That is already studied, no? That is only asked. That is only in a programming, one more way I asked. That's it. Question different angle. But answer is there only, no? Question different angle asked. But answer is whatever you studied from that only. Okay. Is it completed? See, first demo class loaded, open brace executed, class variable memory allocated in the method area, main method called, open brace executed. Here new allocates the memory to instance variable x. Constructor constructs the object. That object referred by D1. D1 is a local variable stored in stack area. Another object created. That is again referred by D2. Like this, two objects created, two access memory. D1 dot x equal to D1 dot x plus 3. It will become as 13. D1 dot y equal to D1 dot y plus 3. It will become as 23. It is D1 dot x. Here 13 printed. D1 dot y 23 printed. D2 dot x 10 printed. D2 dot y 23 printed. There is no 20. Okay. That's what output 13, 23, 10, 23. See, compilation, execution. See, 13, 23, 10, 23. Okay. 23, 23. Because one copy. 13, 10, two copies. Clear? We'll see continuation tomorrow.